First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so that 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Winston. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Working out of the gun, Winston. Able to connect with Mims. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. That brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
I think this is a run we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go, and now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On play action, it's Brady. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And that's good for a pickup of of 10 yards. And they'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Ordinarily, when you're backed up this deep, most teams like to play it on the safe side, but not these guys. They took a big shot downfield and wound up hitting it for a big play. Back them into a corner, they come out swinging.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jameis to throw it. That's caught right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Now the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Play fake. Winston. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston completes it to the tight end Kittle. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. 12 yards there as they move the chains. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the 1st quarter. Charles, he's on pace for 400.
And playing with great confidence.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Even though they gave him more than they wanted to in that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. And pass caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumbled it right back. They looked over at both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Winston. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, make the proper adjustments, and help force an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Winston. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taking it about the 16. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action. Now Brady. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Brady's throw taken in by Chark. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. To throw is Brady. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. To throw is Winston. Same target, same result. It's Kittle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's second and a yard. Now Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hold off.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to it. They've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
A first down throw for Winston. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Touchdown, Saints! Brock Wright as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Brady now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2 for the run.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. First down, Winston. He's got this one completed to Mims. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 17, Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 17 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Start the drive, has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Elliott running right. And he stopped immediately there.
You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Play action. Now it's Brady.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Brady. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Their catch is made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Meanwhile, Winston's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this is caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston.
And the Saints have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of it.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 27 all. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston able to connect with Mims. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Jameis to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game of the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a play fake. Brady. And Shark calls it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw, it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
The line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. A handoff left, Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call. It kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
4th down now after a loss of 2.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Winston now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
picked off by Troy Pride.
Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Second and 16.
From the gun, it's Brady.
They'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. Lions first down.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The star of nearby Michigan, Jabril Peppers, in on the stop. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
It looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Brady.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another catch for him. He's over the 250-yard mark now for the game, and he's got another first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
They go to Elliott again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Winston to Guyton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Winston to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Troy Pride, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. And so that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came there with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Lions, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, They go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup